Hi everyone, it's JG here with Earth 5D University. So nice to have you here. I am really changing in my own life, and I imagine that you are changing too. And life is expanding, consciousness is growing, the world's changing. So let's see what that means for us today when we talk about the polarity of the divine masculine and feminine, and how divine union sort of bridges that gap, okay? So when it comes to discussing the polarities coming together of the divine masculine and feminine, there's a time historically when that was happening, when women and the more matriarchal energy was more dominant and prominent on the planet, because it bred this unity consciousness where people, men and women, we're holding space for the divine masculine and feminine within themselves. The cats are below me, so I don't want to step on them. So when that happens and the divine masculine and feminine is easily present inside a person, and there's balance inside of a person, then the planet is more peaceful, and there's just so much expansion and joy and goodness that can happen. When there is less of that on the planet, and it's more difficult because it's polarized currently, right? Men and women are very, the energy of the masculine and the feminine are very far from each other. So why do you have a divine union? To bring the two polarities together, to be more harmonious. And it's a big thing because it's a very personal thing for each of us. So what are we both carrying, you and your person? What am I and my person? What is the planet showing me about polarity inside of myself? Also, a strength overused becomes a weakness. And I think that's what's happened to dark masculine, is that the strengths that they used to have were over accentuated, overused, and they became a weakness because becoming dominant, becoming controlling, wanting to take things, energies that are currently we're struggling with on the planet. It's time, I believe, guys, to bridge these polarities together and come together to create harmony. It's possible with self-reflection. It's possible with self-knowledge to allow the polarities within you to come together. If someone in your outer reality is triggering you, where to start is, what inside of me do I believe about the situation that is not in harmony? Because you wouldn't feel triggered if there was an energy that was already integrated within yourself. For instance, there's so many examples, but let's say you're just like waiting for a phone call and this person is not calling you, and you're like, why aren't they communicating, right? So where in your mind, where in your soul, where in your subconscious, do you believe that it's very difficult to communicate with someone that you love? So even though the outer reality seems like it's so solid, even though the outer reality just seems like, God, this is just the only thing real, it is absolutely not. We can change it. It's so changing. Jesus said it. If you had the faith of a seed of mustard, which is very tiny a seed, you could take this mountain and tell it to go to the ocean and we'll go there, right? So there's things inside of you that you don't know you can do. And so often you're too triggered to back yourself out of it, okay? But if you are feeling triggered, if you are not liking what's happened out there, please do not focus on the thing that you don't want. Make sure you're going inside of yourself and saying, wait, I don't want this in my reality. What do I have to tweak here? How am I being triggered? How are these two polarities coming together inside of me to be in my strength, and also, to be in my strength in both expressions? So feminine energy is receptive. So if you're not receptive to someone reaching out to you, then your energy is not present. And if the energy is not present, we can't make it up. It has to be there. All right, guys, so number one, polarities are coming together on the planet. You're helping with that. Thank you. Thank you for your journey. I honor your journey. Second thing is, what seems solid out there is not solid. If there's something not showing up the way you like it, please do not argue with the mirror. Do not argue with the reflection in physical reality. Take it inside of yourself and say, how can I tweak my beliefs? How can I say something different? How can I change the narrative? Okay, so one other little icing on the cake thought is, how can I involve spirit in this process? How am I connected to spirit? How am I operating in line with spirit? Okay, that's what I have for you today, guys. So much love and light. We will see you next time. Bye for now.